Hey guys, all right, we were hit with a little bit of a Wednesday surprise today. We found out that next Tuesday, actually, December 17th, we are getting our first proper Update 1. Update 1.1.0 is coming next Tuesday, free update. And we'll go ahead and jump into Shantae's post, and let's just kind of talk through some of this. It's quite a lengthy post, so we will jump right into her first part. A lot of you guys, this was a big feedback point. A lot of this stuff they've hit on so quickly, and turning around this community feedback at a really, I think, a breakneck pace. That's kind of like expected nowadays, like we don't want to wait around until January or February to slow the game down. So they are really stepping up this, these priorities and these updates and this timing. First, starting out, slow animal aging. We've received some feedback regarding the in-game time in Planet Zoo. We'd like to thank you all for giving us your perspective on what speed you'd like to see the animals age, as it has helped us create a solution that we believe everyone will enjoy. Slow animal aging is a setting that can be found in the gameplay section of the options menu, and you can use it now to alter the rate at which your animals age, up to 5 times slower than normal. This will not only affect aging, but also how quickly the animals mature, how long they gestate for, and the amount of time between mating attempts, and how long it takes for their star rating to increase. However, we'd like to highlight that animals will still display all of their other behaviors at the same rate as they do now. This will not be affected by the age setting. And, so a part of this is like, what they're kind of trying to achieve here is say that, people were saying you're kind of getting attached to these animals. And in the case of, like, say you had an animal that the lifespan of the game was only 20 in-years game, that didn't take long at all. So basically what they're saying with this 5 times slower speed, if you have an animal that typically died at 20 in-year games, essentially it will not die until 100-year end games now, 100 years in. So that's kind of like the slowness that you can bring to this. Enjoy these animals longer. Just enjoy the whole process, the animations, the lifestyle, the the awareness situations of things that happen to them, not going by so stinking quick now. Really cool. A lot of things that you guys were asking about in that setting. She confirms will be in all modes: career, sandbox, franchise, and challenge. And it says basically too, upon using the slider, the aging of your animals will become disconnected from the in-game years that pass. This is deliberate and not a bug. So you will basically find that you'll get a lot more life out of these guys if you get in there and start messing with that slider. Immediate family on animal information panels. We are introducing immediate animal information, family information, which you can see by selecting an animal and viewing their social tab, including their information panel. Through this, you'll be able to learn of an animal's parentage, siblings, and their direct descendants. This should help prevent inbreeding in zoos and keep your animals healthy. Animal pack behavior. I know Jonty was talking about this the last couple videos. It was particularly when he was talking about bringing in the timber wolves, kind of wondering how they're going to react and how they're going to act with each other. But animal pack behavior, we've introduced pack structures specific to canines. This applies to the timber wolves and the African wild dogs. Alphas are stable within a pack structure, and members won't normally fight unless they're overcrowded. All juveniles will be added to the pack structures. All members will be listed in the animal UI. So now we're saying that the alphas will not be like constantly challenged and fighting. The structure that the canines are essentially going to implement is they will have a better understanding through the AI of who the alpha is. So there will be pack structures to this, tweaks to the animal pack behavior. So really, really cool on that. New heat maps. We've also created more heat maps, which should help you in all aspects of managing your zoo. These heat maps involve crime, staff happiness, animal breeding, habitat cleanliness, and updates to negative impacts such as litter and thrown food. Let's see here. They've improved social behaviors for the animals, the ring-tailed lemurs and the red ruff lemurs, meaning you'll see the lemurs interact with each other, both adult to adult and adult to a juvenile. News feed. They're going to bring in a news feed on your little Planet Zoo homepage to keep you up to date with all of the happenings and everything that's going on, maintenance, downtime, news updates, all of that. Management updates. Another management nerds out there. We've added new alerts to the game, which will help point out any issues within the setup of your zoo. Something we want to help you better identify with what's happening with your parks. A new high alert will notify players when something that will have a tremendously negative impact on your zoo is happening, such as if an animal escapes or if all keeper huts are closed. The high alert will pop up in the center of your screen, but can also be switched off in the options. This is one big part for me because I know you guys hate seeing all my alerts. All alerts can now be switched off on a per category basis. They've also been grouped in the options menu. A new crime management page has also been added to the zoo overview management screen. Another really cool thing, you gotta be able to put your settings on ultra, but the Aurora Borealis. Our teams have created a beautiful in-game Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, which you can see while in the tundra biome. Keep your eye on the night sky to see them, as they are truly a sight to behold. We're looking forward to seeing your gorgeous screenshots of this natural phenomenon. However, it is important for us to highlight that this feature will only be available in high ultra graphic settings. They're going to send a ice cream costume our way. And to wrap up, they are talking about more creativity. This is what I am really, really holding out for, to see kind of what they give us. Of course, for all the master builders among us, we're adding a complete ice and snow rock set, enrichment items like a snowball and a Christmas present, and new winter foliage and ice pathing. These features will arrive alongside a huge number of gameplay tweaks and bug fixes, which the team have been working hard on the past few weeks. The full update notes will be posted on December 17th when the update goes live. There might be, this is the very last sentence, cheeky little Shantae. There might be another surprise in store for you as well, so do keep an eye out for any exciting announcements soon. So they back this up with the very, very end of the live stream. They show us this screenshot. Antlers. We definitely have a mysterious set of antlers back there. A lot of people are thinking caribou. At the beginning when they first showed this, I was thinking maybe like red stag, red deer type of deal. But caribou would definitely go with the whole winter vibe update type deal. So just really, really interesting stuff, guys. I am really looking forward to this update. We will cover it here on the channel like we always do and get in there and see what these new scenery pieces are. Maybe they will tease some more of that over the weekend. I haven't seen any of those pieces. So I am right in this with you guys now. They haven't contacted me to see if I want to see the update early or any of that stuff. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I get to be surprised with you guys on Tuesday, and sometimes they get a little cheeky and they're like, hey, Stan, do you want to see the update on Friday maybe and see if you want to play around with it? And so sometimes I'm on the list, sometimes I miss it. And get the full surprise. So there's kind of good in both of those that essentially happen with me. So it's always fun to kind of see what happens with that. But as of right now, on Wednesday, I am in it for the surprise with you guys. So I don't really have any more information to give as far as piece count goes, or if there is really going to be a big kind of master builder type, a big set. We know we're going to have specific like festive type foliage Shantae spoke of, so we know that's coming. And we know, that as far as like pieces go, they've kind of hinted on that, but I do not have a number or anything for you like that. So I don't know. You just have to let me know your thoughts down below, and of course, let me know what you're thinking they are going with these antlers. I think it's very fitting. It's really, really frontier-like as far as these free updates go. Even going back to the Planet Coaster days with the free updates, they always threw in some kind of flat ride or roller coaster, some kind of little tweak or offering like that, and it absolutely makes 100% sense that with the free update, we will get an animal or two, and then, of course, when the paid update rolls around, we don't know when that first one will happen. Remember, with Planet Coaster, that didn't happen until a year after release. So the way that John T. and Beyond Drew and I have kind of been talking, I've been talking with a couple other people, Planet Zoo is so much more, it's just kind of like so much more content packed as far as its release goes over Planet Coaster. I think it lends itself to DLCs maybe happening a little quicker, just because they have so much more experience under their belt now, like as far as placing things and designing with this system, whereas Planet Coaster was kind of like the big test title. I would be very, very surprised. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive this won't happen, but could you imagine at this point Planet Zoo not having a DLC until next December? That's totally just unequivocal nonsense, I think, to think that DLC is a year away for this title. So definitely not happening. So I don't think we're going the Planet Coaster route necessarily with this title, because it's not warranted with this title, really. They really want to keep the ball rolling now with these updates and DLC. So really, really interesting stuff. We're going to have a fun Christmas break, I think, for a lot of you guys, especially jumping in with some of the new pieces and maybe getting us hyped up for something bigger that could be coming. Because Frontier, they usually always follow up the free stuff, kind of get us enticed here. Then comes the paid stuff. So I'm thinking maybe DLC is not too far off, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll hear more about that next week as well. But this is a really good way to kind of get the hype train, the hype sleigh, as I said on Twitter today, kind of rolling down the hill. So anyways, guys, like always, leave me your thoughts. We'll probably jump back into the zoo tomorrow. Just kind of wanted to pop off with this update video. Update 1.1 is on its way next Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to smash that like button if you'd up enjoying this video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. See you.